everyone? T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. So guys, I want to start out by sharing two memes that are presented to me by UB2Sob. As always, he's a meme genius. This is how I know, like I always say, this is our connection. This is how I know he stays current with the show. And once again, don't get caught in the shitstorm. Join Tom's army. Are you prepared? Helmets on, boys. A shitstorm is coming. Tom's army is. And this is Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys, if you guys know Trailer Park Boys. And like I said, I make a reference to Trailer Park Boys yesterday, and UB2Sob has a meme ready. And if you guys remember, this all started in the beginning of my show when I had no audience. I used to talk about the shitstorm, but I used to do it and I would talk like Leahy. And he had just passed away, about a year ago before my show. But it was funny, and it was there was a few people from Canada in my audience that knew all about it. And as you know, the show took place in Canada, so it was a funny little thing. And the shitstorm's more relevant now than it ever was before, because when we used to talk about the shitstorm, we were on a rise. But I said the shitstorm's coming and it's a brewing. So, as he says, you never want to be caught in the shitstorm of rising. So, with Bitcoin, like I said earlier, to follow the pattern, it's either going to collapse through itself, or it's going to find, like I said, some support and do something like that. It's not going to bounce very high, though, guys. The 200-day, and I'm keeping it in the 30-minute time frame right now because it's relevant for pattern production. You know, we're looking at 33,000 for the 200-day, which I don't even care about that. All I care about is look how these patterns have been slowly breaking down. So I don't know if it's necessarily going to collapse yet, but I have my... Remember how I told you this inverted triangle, the inside out would come into play? Now it's in play. That's why I was talking about this a couple days ago. I told you I was going to have something drawn, and I showed you it, but I took it out until we got down to the proper point. Now, once again, I've drawn my own ascending line that has nothing to do with any ascending line on a pattern, but it's relevant to the resistance points as it were to come back up from this zone. And I have a steady support line at 31,553 where I've designated that the spot, because that's where it came down a couple times. It seems to be bouncing off of it both times. And then the ascending line, which is a inverted triangle and like an inside out triangle, I have that ascending. And if it can, it's basically, I guess you could say for all intents and purposes, it would be inside of a rising wedge within this small zone, what I've created. But once it fails to ride up and come down, if it came through the bottom side before it rode up through the top side, it's over. We're crashing. So this is a perfect table. If you even want to copy it on your phone for Bitcoin, that's a perfect way to look at it. If it rises outside of that ascending resistance that I've created based on my own analytics on what I see, like I say, I only can do it by the analytics, and it gives you a probability, but it's all analytics are. It's a special way of saying a probability. I like the word analytics, and I'll always use the word analytics because I think it makes people understand what you're doing. Like, this is the analytics. I'm crunching all the numbers, and this is what I come up with. I don't have no special machine or no bullshit. I'm not going to talk about no bullshit. I have my mind. I have a photographic memory, and this is what happens. I don't forget things, and I remember anomalies, so then you become the best in the business at predicting patterns. So that's what you need to look at. It's going to bounce in between those, and if it rides the ascending resistance line that I've created, then it can go up to about 32.8. I don't really care where it goes, because after that it's going to collapse, and it's not going to be worth riding any of these. So XRP, it should load. Remember, XRP I drew before. Bitcoin I did today for you guys, because I wanted you guys to see what was going to happen. But XRP, I drew those lines yesterday because I wanted them to be out there. But this is what I'm talking about. I did it with XRP. That. And I said, tomorrow, you guys will realize how that's going to come into play. You can go back and watch the tape and look at it now. So that's why I drew that inside out triangle, basically. It's basically a symmetrical triangle, but it's inverted to the opposite way. It's basically if you turned it over, inside out. And now if it rides up that uptrending support or resistance line that I've created, then it gives you a perfect picture of how it can get back up to the moving averages. Or it's a slightly descending, not like Bitcoin where it was in the same spot. This is a slightly descending support structure, support structure. And if it breaks under 58 cents before it can get over a certain point, you know we're about to crash. So simple to understand. And it's my own unique way of showing you guys things, because I could draw you a couple lines, but this is the best way to put it on paper for you guys to see. This is basically an inside out triangle. If it rides the lower part of support and breaks through that before it breaks through the uprising channel that I've created for you, and it's a very small zone, but that's how tight we are. That's how you would know we have an impending crash. We haven't even technically got down to my double bottom end XRP. It's not as clear as Bitcoin, but Bitcoin it is because it got right down to it. But they're slightly different because you have a support line with Bitcoin that goes parallel, and then you've got an ascending resistance line that I've created. So just follow these as the day goes on. That's just a quick update with XRP and Bitcoin, just something that I wanted to show you, and a way that I like to do things, just to keep it a little fresh and not, you know, I try to evolve here, and I try to come up with new little schematics in here so that you guys can see things a little more clearly. So that's like an inside out triangle that I created yesterday for you guys, and it just happened to fall right into the zone. So T-Speak at 222 XRP Future Millionaire at the sidebound and XM and Future Digibyte OG. If you want to join Tom's Army, stay up to the date, up to the minute, and stay ahead on the charts. $9.99 a month, get me here full time. We have 215 members of Tom's Army. We have a lofty goal of 500, but we're working our way there every single day. And then if you want to donate, links also in the description. Stay true, stay blessed, and remember, guys, the volume's not looking great this morning at all.